One of my favorite pieces of wood around here, just near Black Balsam. And I guess this would be called the Valley of Sam Knob. If it isn't, it should be. I love coming along through here. Oh, is that a tent? Could be a rock. Oh well. So we're expecting it to get chilly tonight. I mean, I've got a lightweight fleece hoodie and I've got a lightweight down jacket on right now. And as you can see, the sun is low in the sky, but it's not dark yet. So another, 5-6 hours from now, it's going to be quite chilly. So the reason I'm bringing that up is that this will be a good test for my Zenbivy quilt that I bought earlier this year. So I'm looking forward to actually testing it out in chilly weather because it's supposed to go down into the 30s tonight. So, that'll be a good test for that because that's probably the bottom limit of a 25-degree quilt. I would think mid-30s is about all you could really expect from it as far as comfort goes. Now, I've got warm clothing and I'll be using it if I need it. Just saying. But so I'd like to, I'll be doing a little post tomorrow morning. I'll be doing a little, cap. What do they call that? Recap, something cap. So stay tuned. So I thought I'd do a little video about the Zenbivy 25-degree quilt that I bought earlier this spring. I did do another sort of an introductory couple of videos earlier in the year, and I've been using this all summer, and I've kind of come up with a way to make it all work for me. First of all, what they've got, this is the pump sack that comes with my my Nemo Tensor sleeping pad. This, what you see right here, is the whole sleeping pad, pillow, and the base of their sleep system, the Zenbivy sleep system. That's their pillow. Here's the thing that I love. Look at this. Clips in. Your pillow clips in. No more lost pillows. I don't know about you, but I spend half my night looking for my pillow. So this to me is like worth the money right there. And then this part is sort of that like hood thing that goes over. And you'll see once it's all, inflated and whatnot. When I decided that this was just too much to deal with every single night, to have it separated. So what I figured out was I just roll everything up. See, here's the sleeping pad. I start at the bottom. And I just roll it tightly, squish out all the air. And then this here is the actual, what they call a sheet. Now I've got the half sheet. Some people think I'm full of sheet, but I'm only half full of sheet. Half sheet. And it has a couple. Here's one clip thing here at the end. This whole length of this sheet is about, 40 inches or so, 35, 40, something like that inches. So there's a restraining thing right there, strap, and then there's another one up in here somewhere. Right up. Where is it? There is it. There it is. In there. You can see it. Close one. Anyways, and then this is and it goes over the top of the sleeping pad. So I just have it all as one unit. And when I roll it up, is it bulky, comparatively speaking, if you're using a quilt? Sure. Do you really need this part in the summer? I've come to realize, no, you don't really need it. most people sleeping in quilts don't have this sheet thing to lay on. They're laying right on their sleeping pad anyway. And this all together weighs, it's close to like half a pound or so. So, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, this is like several ounces, 4 or 5 ounces, 6 ounces. So if it's summertime, you don't really need it. But now that it's turned cold, I will. So I've had it on most of the summer. I did do one trip without it. And then I realized like, you don't really need it. So this is what it looks like, and it's deflated, unwrapped. I just unwrapped it. I'm going to stick it in the tent and blow it up. But I figured I'd do it here since I have this wonderful rock to work with. Isn't that great? Just right there. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is blow it up now. You don't need to watch that. That's no fun. And then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so that didn't take long. That pump sack is an amazing thing. It really is. There it is over on the ground. 3 or 4 full things, and this baby is pumped up. And it holds on here. It does a pretty good job. I have found that if this is not really rigid, then this stuff here and these other straps, that I showed you a second ago, the whole thing tends to just go bleh, it goes everywhere. So it's the best idea to have this really rigid. So that's how that goes. I don't know if it would work with a foam pad. It would be definitely a different. I don't know how well it would hold up here, but I'm sure it'd be just fine. Okay, so now just to test. And so of course, this is the pillow inflated. It's great. Nice pillow. I love the material. This is gonna go over my head. You tuck your head inside of that. So it's a really, really nicely thought out system, I think. Anyway, we'll see how it does. It's been doing great all summer. As most sleeping bags do. So we'll see how it does in autumn.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with me. I wanted to do a little sort of post-mortem or debriefing, I guess you want to call it. I wanted to test my Zenbivy 25-degree quilt. This is the first time I've used it in not summer conditions. So it's been great. I bought it at the end of the spring, and it arrived just when the warm weather hit. So I haven't had a chance to check it out in cold weather. It's been great all summer, I do have to say. It's been light and easy and fun and all that stuff. When the weather turned cold, it wasn't the best choice. But, you have to find these things out. I'm new to quilts, so that's, excuse me, one caveat there. But I find it drafty and clipping in and clipping out, and I used the bathroom a lot last night. I'm not sure why, but a lot of cold spots everywhere, and frankly, it didn't live up to its temperature rating. I'll have to be blunt and say that straight up. It didn't live up to my expectations. As I said, it's been great all summer, but I'm dressed pretty warmly. I have a fleece hoodie, lightweight down jacket. I'm wearing gloves. I have actually 2 hats on, plus the hood from the fleece, plus the hood from the down jacket. Oh, underneath this, I've got a short sleeve and a long sleeve REI merino base layer shirt. So I think those are like sort of a mid-weight. It's about 180. The fabric weight's about 180. So it's warmer than my 150 weight smart wool, which is summer use only. You would think this combination, everything I've got on. Oh, plus I had 150 weight bottoms, and I had these like sweatpants things I got at where'd I get these? TJ Maxx. And then I had my down pants on over that. And I was still freezing. So, you know, you'd think it was 20 degrees outside the way I was dressed, but it was actually only about 35. And tells me that I'd be much better off in a regular sleeping bag when it gets cooler. Oh yeah, that's my knee brace. That's another thing that was bothering me. So, you know, what to say here? Final thoughts on the Zenbivy 25. Great for summer. It was a lot of fun. It's nice and light. Packed small, lightweight, but I would not take it in temperatures below 40 degrees. Just would not do it. I'm dressed with a lot of clothing, and I was still freezing. So bad sign right there. But, you know, what are you going to do? That's the way things are sometimes. You have to learn. You have to figure it out. So obviously back to sleeping bags for the rest of the year. Not hard to figure that one out. Anyway, a beautiful product, but just not warm enough for me. Anyway, so that's really about it. I'm going to be doing a little bit more photography around here, a little bit more video, and then heading back and see what tomorrow brings. I was hoping to go up to Frying Pan Mountain to the lookout tower on the way home. And maybe I'll still do that. It really kind of depends on the skies. Looks like it's clearing up. Anyway, I do thank you all for joining me, and I hope you had I hope this was an informative video for you. It certainly informed me, so I hope it informed you as well. So, having said that, thanks again for joining. If you found any value in this, I'd really appreciate a like and maybe even a subscribe. That would be awesome. And, you know, I'll see you down the trail. All right. Check it out.